So far in my B2C offer selling trumpet coaching, we've made over $3 million in contracted revenue. And in this business, we've sold both low ticket and high ticket. And I'm gonna be explaining to you what the difference is and which one you should do if you're first starting out or you just need to decide what you wanna focus on. By the way, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave here. Why don't you just do it right now? Because if I say something in a future video that just provides you value that moves the needle forward with your business, think about the cost of not hitting that subscribe button. Anyway, so low ticket, high ticket. So there's big differences between the two, and it's a lot more than just the price point. First thing I really want to go over, main difference between low ticket and high ticket, is how many clients does it take you to reach your revenue goals? So for example, let's say that you want to hit $1 million in revenue. I'm going to use a different marker. 1 million is the ultimate goal that you want to hit. So let's say you're selling a low ticket product. Let's say you're selling like a $20 thing. How many sales, if you're only selling a $20 product, how many sales would it take you to hit $1 million in revenue? So if you wanted to hit $1 million in revenue selling like a $20 product, like a book or something like that, it would take you 50,000 sales. So you would have to find 50,000 people who know, like, and trust you already, who would want to invest in your $20 thing. Let's say you're charging only $100. How many sales would it take to get to $1 million with a $100 product? Well, it would take you 10,000 sales. So it takes 40,000 less sales just by charging $100 instead of 20. I think you can already start to see where I'm going with this. Let's say you sell a $1,000 product. It would only take you 1,000 sales. So rather than taking 50,000 people to say yes to sell a $20 thing, if we sold it at $1,000 instead, it would only require 1,000 people to say yes. Let's say we're selling a $5,000 product, which is around like the ballpark where Trumpet Mastery was. It's a little more now. But it would only take you 200 sales to get to $1 million. Let's say you're selling a $20,000 product. Well, at 20,000, it would only take you 50 people to say yes. So which sounds easier to you? Finding only 50 people who know, like you, and trust you to buy your $20,000 thing, or finding 50,000 people to say yes? So there's this big misconception that low ticket is easier because you charge less, you know, needs to build up less trust. It's easier for people to say yes. But honestly, like, which sounds easier, finding 50 customers or 50,000 customers? Just thinking about like how much ads cost these days and like how difficult it is to get traffic into a funnel compared to several years ago. Like, it's so much easier to only get 50 people to say yes rather than 50,000. And I know this because I have a low ticket book and we are nowhere close to $50,000 sales, even after years of selling it. However, with our high ticket coaching program that is $7,000 now, it used to be $5,000, but we raised the price. Like, it only took us 200 sales to hit that $1 million mark, and we're at 3 million now so far. So it is so much easier to sell a more expensive thing to less people than to sell a less expensive thing to a lot of people. In summary, low ticket needs a lot of customers to hit for example, 1 million. High ticket needs only a few customers to hit 1 million. Apologies for my handwriting there. But it's not like when you have that many customers, like for example, you're selling a $20 book to hit $1 million requiring $50,000 customers. Think about, it's not just about the sales, it's not just about the money, but you also have to fulfill on that. Like imagine getting all those support tickets. Imagine getting like all the refund requests and God forbid the chargebacks and the people who aren't happy or they didn't get the book in the email, or if it's a physical book, it didn't arrive at their door and they're complaining and sending you emails and calling your support number. That's a lot of people to deal with. And that's expensive to fulfill because that's just a lot of customers that's just too many customers for just one person to manage. However, if you have $1 million company and you only have 200 clients, it's way less expensive to fulfill. It's going to require way less of your time, and you might not even need to hire staff depending on what you're selling. So like if you think about it, it's way more expensive to do low ticket to a larger customer base because of the cost it takes to fulfill that many customers. So moving on, the next thing I want to talk about is paid traffic when it comes to low ticket versus high ticket. So for low ticket, back in the day, I was selling a $37 ebook. This was all the way back several years ago in 2021, but I was selling a $37 ebook running ads directly to it. So I was running ads to a $37 ebook. So I quickly discovered, and this was even several years ago, back in the day when ads were cheaper, I was quickly discovering that running ads to an ebook was not going to be profitable. I was losing money very fast running ads to an ebook, even at just a measly $100 a day ad budget. So I had, in order to do this, and this is how low ticket funnels work, is that it requires more than one offer. So I had to add an order bump. So an order bump, if you don't know what that is, it's like a little box they check on the sales page that says, hey, do you want to add this to your order? So I added another ebook that they could get in it for $17. So that hopefully increases the cart value by $17. And then of course I had to optimize the messaging for that. I had to freaking write a second book. I had to make sure that, that order bump converted properly, and I had to split test and this and that. And then that still wasn't profitable. So I had to have OTOs. So when they check out with the book and or the order bump, it takes them to an upsell page. So I had to make an OTO that I sold for $197. Still wasn't profitable. Still had to make another freaking course to sell at $197. I had to make an entirely new product. I had to make sure that this OTO page was properly optimized. The messaging was on point. It's got, it's visually appearing. It's got the right amount of testimonials. I have to write an entire VSL for the one-time offer. And it's just another thing I had to deal with. And then, of course, had to have another OTO. And I had like a $297 course something bundle, whatever. And that's another offer I had to make, another offer I had to fulfill on and have support tickets for and optimize the funnel and make sure everything was converting properly. And this is just a pain in the ass, if I'm being honest, because like I would rather just sell one thing than go low ticket and have to sell 4 things just to hopefully break even. And this is back in the day in 2021. So it was a little bit profitable, but definitely not scalable and like pretty much break even. And to this day, this is what we would call an SLO, like a self-liquidating offer is what that stands for. So essentially with this kind of an offer, we're not using this funnel to make money. I mean, it's very hard to make money with this kind of a funnel and make real profit. You have to be kind of a ninja to do this, especially nowadays with how expensive ads are. So the whole point of this offer is just to break even on your ad spend. So like you run ads to this offer, hopefully they take the upsells, and the whole goal is to make as much sales as you spend in ads. And essentially you're just generating buyer leads. You're generating leads of people who actually bought something. And then the whole point of this is to upgrade them to a high ticket offer. And then the high ticket offer is where the real money is made. So with low ticket, you're pretty much breaking even on all this just to sell them to your high ticket offer on the back end. However, what I would much rather do, what would give me a much better quality of life rather than like optimizing all of this and creating 4 different offers, is just to do this. Ads directly to your high ticket offer. Like, would you rather like take the detour of like going through all this crap, optimizing all this, and then eventually getting to the high ticket offer? Or would you rather just one traffic source, one offer, you're done? Like, I know what I would pick. So selling high ticket is way easier than selling low ticket because there's a lot less work involved. You only need to make 1 offer, but with low ticket, you have to make 4 offers plus the 5th, which is the actual high ticket program. So I'd rather run ads to 1 offer versus 5. And this is why this is so much easier, so much less of a headache. And honestly, to make something like this work, especially nowadays, you really have to be a ninja at marketing. You really have to be extremely experienced. And you need to have like an enormous testing budget in order to optimize this, because it's going to take a ton of testing in order to get something like this optimized. So in summary, low ticket needs pretty much 5 offers to make ads profitable. And one of those offers is the high ticket program anyway. With high ticket, need only 1 offer to make ads profitable. There you go. So next thing to really discuss is client quality. So low ticket versus high ticket, like we're speaking 2 different languages here. Like one of my mentors told me that there's a low ticket language, there's a language that attracts cheap people, people who are attracted to cheap things. And then there's a certain language that attracts high ticket clients. There's a certain language that gets people who are willing to invest in themselves at a higher level. So just think about the type of quality of clientele that we're attracting here. And I'm most likely going to make a second video on this topic because I can go very deep into this. But essentially, low ticket clients, they're just looking for a deal. They're not really looking for an outcome. They're just looking to spend as less money as possible to get a thing. Like low ticket sales process, it's all about the components, all the features. You need a money back guarantee. You need like lifetime access. You need all these different things. You need like 4 or 5 different bonuses that they get. And it takes a lot of effort to convince a low ticket buyer to buy. For what? Like for like a $20 offer or a $100 offer. Like it's almost not even worth the effort for the amount of time and energy putting into optimizing a low ticket sales process. Not to mention low ticket buyers are way needier. Like they're more likely to ask for refunds. They're more likely to send in support tickets. They're more likely to charge back their credit card. And they're just tougher to deal with. Not to mention that like if you charge low ticket, you're gonna have a lot more people to deal with, like we talked about before. Because to get to $1 million with a low ticket offer, for example, a $20 book, it's gonna take 50,000 of these people. Like think about what your lifestyle is gonna be like if you have 50,000 needy people to deal with, right? High ticket buyers, people who invest high ticket, are much more likely to invest in themselves, and they're not really driven by a deal. They're not really driven by the price. They're more driven by the result. They're more driven by a certain outcome. So if you can prove to a high ticket buyer that your product or service is going to give them the result that they came here for, it doesn't matter what the price tag is. They're going to buy it. Like the money becomes irrelevant at that point, and they're just willing to do whatever it takes. So that's the difference between low ticket and high ticket. Like high ticket sales processes and high ticket buyers are just much higher quality. And they're gonna work harder because they invested at a higher level. They're more likely to actually take action and use your product and get that result. So high ticket buyers are just much more likely to get the result because they actually have a lot more skin in the game. They have a reason for getting that result because they invested so much more. Where low ticket buyers, like they might not even log into your program. They might, if they buy your book, they might not even read it. It might just sit on their bookshelf. For example, like there's a lot of books on my bookshelf I only bought for like $15, $20 and I haven't read them yet. However, like Myron Goldman's Trash Man to Cash Man, it was like $100 on Amazon. As soon as that sucker arrived, I read that cover to cover because I valued it more. It was a $100 book. So I was like, well, I spent a lot of money on this book compared to my other books. I should read this. And I actually took the action and got the life-changing results that came from reading that book. So people who pay attention is the moral of the story here. So like if you want your clients to actually use your product and get the results from it, you got to charge more. And like you need your clients to get results in order to grow a business. You have to be able to show those case studies and testimonials. So we got to start with high ticket to get those results, because if we want our clients to actually take action and get those results, like we need to charge a premium. We need to make sure that they're motivated and they have the actual skin in the game. So low ticket, lower quality clients. High ticket brings higher quality clients. All right, so last thing we're going to talk about in this video is conversion rate. So you would think that something cheaper will convert higher, right? Versus something more expensive. Like more people are going to say yes to a cheaper thing, but it's actually the opposite, believe it or not. For example, like my ebook funnel, for example, when I was selling my ebook for $37, like the sales page on that ebook converted at 5%, meaning 5% of everyone who made it to the sales page turned into a buyer of that ebook. However, when it comes to booking a call for my high ticket program, it was more 25 to 30% was closing at that high ticket offer. So my ebook only converted at 5%. Everyone who booked a call for my high ticket offer, they're converting 20, 30, and on great months, 35 to 40%, which is multiples of 5%. So high ticket actually converts a lot higher. And here's another good example of this. So like in the early days of my B2C high ticket program, Trumpet Mastery, like I was only selling this for $9.97 because I had this illusion that I could do like a traditional like offer stack webinar where I just list everything they get on the webinar at the end and then I drop the price. And I was trying to sell Trumpet Mastery for only $9.97 back in the day. So I spent $2,000 on ads when I finished that automated webinar, and I got 0 sales at $997. So I decided I needed to do something different. I needed to try something else. So instead of doing an offer stack to $997, instead I switched to high ticket. So instead of giving the stack at the end and telling them to just go to the checkout page and buy the course, instead I said, I have this program. If you want to learn more, book a call. Let's talk. So instead of an offer stack to an order page, I had people book a call with me. And I charged $2,800. That was the first price point I had when I actually switched to high ticket for Trumpet Mastery. And after 4 sales calls, I closed, paid in full on the 4th one. So it was the same exact webinar. Same exact webinar, same exact ads, same exact webinar, but instead of selling it for $997 with a stack, I did book a call to $2,800 and closed at $2,800. So people were not willing to buy it for $997, but they were willing to buy it for 3 times the price. All because I changed the sales process. I switched from a low ticket sales process to to high ticket. Instead of an offer stack, I said book a call, did the actual sales calls, and that's what got it to convert. So high ticket, believe it or not, actually converts way, 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 way higher than low ticket because the sales process is different and the high ticket sales process is way more effective than just sending people to an order page. So low ticket converts lower, high ticket converts higher. So just to summarize everything we talked about, low ticket versus high ticket. So with low ticket, you need a lot of customers to hit $1 million in revenue. If you're selling a $20 product, that's going to take you 50,000 freaking sales to get to $1 million. And that comes with all the support tickets, that comes with all the people complaining and whining, their book didn't show up, can I get a refund, blah, blah, blah. You have to deal with all that crap. But high ticket requires so much less customers. If you're selling a $10,000 product, that's only 100 sales to get to $1 million. And 100 people to deal with is way less than 50,000. So life is going to be so much better. And not to mention that they're higher quality clients too. They're less needy than lower quality, low ticket clients. So for low ticket to work, you need OTOs, you need upsells, you need order bumps, and then eventually that just gets them to the high ticket product anyway. So you pretty much need 5 different offers to make low ticket work, and one of them is a high ticket offer. So you might as well just do the one high ticket offer. It's going to make your life easier. You can run ads directly to just one offer, and you can be ultra profitable with just one offer rather than having to optimize and tweak so many different offers and pages, and it's just a mess. So we already went over low ticket buyers are typically lower quality people. They just care about a deal. They just care about spending as less money as possible. For example, like Planet Fitness is only like $10 a month or somewhere around there. I haven't checked recently. But 91% of people who have a subscription to Planet Fitness do not go to the gym. Higher quality clients paid more. They have more, higher ticket clients, are higher quality. They paid more. They have more skin in the game. They're actually going to use the product that they paid for. So that is the major difference. And they're going to actually use it. They're going to get results. And lower ticket sales processes such as order pages, offer stack webinars convert a lot lower. Higher ticket clients convert a lot higher. For example, my client Jared was trying to sell his coaching program for $997 through a traditional offer stack webinar, barely breaking even, usually losing money, usually spending more money on ads than he was gaining in sales. But he took that same exact offer, same exact webinar, just changed the end of the webinar to book a call. And in his first month, his second month, he made $87,000, but he pretty much made his investment back with me after only a week after working with me. So if you do want to work with me, I'm going to leave a link in the description to book a call so I can help you get this all set up for yourself. But if you don't, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, support the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.